Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your 2018 yearly reading. This is a general reading for 2018. How I'm going to do this is I've got 12 cards and each card represents a month. So I'm looking at the energies that are around you in each of those months and what they are best used for, so that you can plan your year and your goals and what you want to achieve and have an indication of what month is most productive for that particular action or inaction. These are general readings. If you would like a specific 2018 yearly reading for you, so that you can draw on your energies more precisely, I'm offering a yearly 2018 yearly reading in the month of December and January. So if you'd like to book in for a yearly reading for you, it's only being offered in December and January. So go ahead and do that if you want something that's much more specific. These are general readings. I would like to thank you for your overwhelming response, for subscribing, watching my videos and commenting. I greatly appreciate that. It's absolutely fantastic that I'm reaching so many and it's beneficial for you. I'm pleased that I can do that for you. Also, I'd like to thank all those people that have booked private readings with me. It's nice to put a face to some of my subscribers and help them out in their decision making. So that's been really wonderful to do. So thank you for that. So let's get on with your reading for 2018. So January starts off, it's with a real kick, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is demonstrates the cycles our lives go in. It's like the seasons. You've got, summer, autumn, winter, spring, and then summer again. And so our life is very much like that. But instead of a wheel that goes around, I like to see it as a spiral. And each time we learn a lesson, we spiral up, we learn, we become wiser, we become better to handle things. It's all about lessons. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here in this physical plane for, to learn our lessons, to evolve as souls on our journey. So when we get the Wheel of Fortune, it is an indication that the tides are turning, the events are turning. So it depends very much, and I want to say to you, Sagittarius, it depends where you are on that wheel. If you're at the moment enjoying everything, everything's going swimmingly, everything's perfect, everything's as it should be, it doesn't stay like that forever. So you need to prepare for the fact that there will be lessons, there will be bumps in the road, there will be things for you to learn. So things do change. The only constant is change. If you've been battling with hard times and things haven't been working out for you and it's been a really difficult time, take heart, because that wheel is going to start coming up and you will find yourself in a better place. Things will work out, you've learnt your lessons, and the universe will bring in abundance for you. So it depends very much where you are on that wheel, and I feel like with you Saggies, you're in different places there. So, things do move, things do revolve. So you always behave with integrity and dignity wherever you are, and help people out, because it comes about, it comes around, it's karmic, what goes around comes around. And so that's the Wheel of Fortune. So January is going to be a time of a movement in that wheel for you. Okay, there is going to be some movement there, and if you've been having a hard time, you're going to come up to better times. You're going to feel better. Things are going to start working out for you in January. So it's going to start becoming easier for you. It's got a better flow, which is really nice to hear, isn't it? Okay, so then you've got February. In February, you've got the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is an energy. So we're talking energies here. We're not talking people, okay? So we're talking energies in each of the months. And the King of Swords is... and before I say that, I've got to tell you that I'm a medium, and so I read intuitively, I read mediumistically, I listen to what my guides have to say, what messages they're bringing through. So it doesn't necessarily stand that the cards are going to have the same meanings as the books that they come with. I don't use cards like that. They're simply a tool for me. Okay, so the King of Swords and the energy that comes along here, what I'm hearing from my guides is that it's a really strong, powerful, controlling energy, and so you're going to be in a position where you can have a say, control a situation, have it go your way. Just be mindful that you don't dominate other people, that you allow other people a say, that you allow other people to have an input rather than you controlling how it happens, when it happens, and so on. So you are quite a strong presence in February. You're going to be very confident. You're going to be in a position of making decisions. Just consider also other people's decisions. That's the other side of it, okay, so that you have a balance. But you are going to be in a really strong position in February, in a strong position to move in the direction that you're wanting to move. If you've had plans, if you've had things in place, ideas, ask for a promotion, ask for a pay rise, change jobs, if you're wanting to do anything like that, February is the month to do that, because you're really, really in a position of power and strength in February. So it's a good time to take action, to take action. Think about what you're wanting, think about what direction you want to move in, and then take action accordingly. Okay? In March, it's about stepping back from a situation and looking at it from a different perspective. It's about stepping back and looking at it from a different perspective of, you know, how else can I do this? How else can I achieve what it is I want? How else can I have what I want, or grow, or make the decisions that I'm needing to make. Before you carry out plans and ideas, step back from the situation so that you can see it from a different perspective. If there's issues or arguments or disagreements with people around you, step back and see it. Try and see it from their perspective. Try and see it from somebody else's perspective, so that it gives you a wider understanding of what's going on. So in March, you're really going to have to look at things from a distance, from another perspective. Okay, if you don't, then there's going to be difficult situations coming up for you, where you're going to have to really assess your innermost feelings, how you're feeling about a particular person, situation, environment, job, whatever it is for you. Okay, so if you don't step back and look at it from somebody else's perspective, then the consequences of that are that there are some spiritual lessons for you to learn there. So go with that, you know, see if you can look at it, stand in somebody else's shoes for a while and see what's going on. That's always, you know, standing back. So March is a month of standing back and observing, looking at it from somebody else's perspective. Okay, so in April, there's the Devil card. Now the Devil card, to me, what I'm seeing with you is that you are going to feel. You're going to feel trapped. You're going to feel like you are in a confined in a situation. You're going to feel like you're on a treadmill. You're going to feel like you're not going anywhere. You're there for a particular purpose, and that's all you're doing. You know. But a lot of that is self-inflicted. It's what's been set up. You've set that up. You've created your own feeling of claustrophobia, feeling of confinement, feeling of being trapped. You've created that, and you can uncreate it. It's all in your perspective. It's what you've put in place. Okay, so that you have often heard the saying of you are your own worst enemy. Okay, so and that's very much here what you're experiencing in April. Okay, if you're dissatisfied with a situation, if you are feeling trapped, if you're feeling like there's nowhere to go, if you feel like, you know, it's the same old thing that's happening, have a look at what role you've played in contributing to that situation, putting yourself in that situation, because you've created that, you've put yourself there, you can get yourself out. It's about taking, you know, sometimes we take the easy road, sometimes we take the easy way out because we don't want to have that discussion, we don't want to have that talk, we don't want to create a hostile environment. We don't want to be uncomfortable when we're bringing up particular things, so we avoid them. And by avoiding them, we're creating a situation that we're not happy with. Okay, and I feel like that's what's happening here. Okay, so if you're not happy with it, have the courage to stand up and speak out. Don't take the easy road. Sometimes the road's a little bit more difficult, but it gets better results. Okay, it gets better results. So April is about looking at, if you're feeling that dissatisfaction, having a look at what's created it. How did you find, how did you get there? Okay, so it's a month of reviews for you. All right. Then we've got in May, we've got you're feeling re-energized in May. So, if you've had that talk, you feel re-energized, you can take flight, you're out of that cage, you take flight. So it works for you by really talking about how you're feeling and what you're wanting in a situation. So you take flight, you find that passion again, you've got new ideas, new horizons, you've got new projects that you're wanting to put in place, that you're wanting to create. So it's put that fire back in your belly and you're ready to go, ready to take action. So it's a good month to be doing that and taking those steps to put in place what you want to put in place. That's my dog. So good month to do that. Good month to do that. In June, you've got the Five of Cups. Time for a review. Okay, I feel like it's going to be an emotional month. Things are going to come up from the past in June. Things will come up from the past for you to revisit. You might be revisiting them because that's the energy that's around. So you're going to be drawn to things from the past for some reason, and it's important to not concentrate, not spend too much time reflecting on the past, but actually look behind you and see what you've got, what is there that is good, that is salvageable, that is you can work towards, rather than dwelling on the past and having guilt and having regret. That's not going to get you anywhere. You've got to look at what you have, because there is goodness, there is things there that you can build on. It's not all lost, it's not all gone, but you're going to feel stuck. You're reviewing, and you're going to feel like you are dwelling in the past a great deal, revisiting the past in June. So there may be situations that come up around you that cause you to look at and review things in the past. Okay, and don't stay there too long. Sometimes it's good to review them and then move on. Okay, so let me fix that. There we go. All right, review it, move on, but that's the energy that you're going to find yourself in primarily. There are other things that are going on, but that is the main energy for you in June. In July, you've got the Palace of Swords. That's a lot of thinking, a lot of headspace, a lot of thought, going within. When you're going to the Palace of Swords, it's going within, going into your inner chambers, going into your rooms in your house, which is your body, where we store memories, we store situations, we store information that is ours alone. Okay, so that you're going to be given an opportunity to re-explore that, to clean out your house, to clean out what you no longer want, what you've reviewed and you're going to release, rather than keep building on it. So it's going to be a real stock taking of situations, emotions, memories in July, to move that on. Things that have been hidden, things that you haven't wanted to look at, they're going to be stirred. They're going to be stirred and they're going to come up. Okay, they're going to come up. And in August, you've got there's opportunity there to make a financial gain, financial gains, make money, create abundance. I feel like there's contracts that you're going to sign. There's a pay increase, there's a new job, there's business is going to have a burst of going really well. Your inclination is to hold on to that in case, you know, for a rainy day, but release it, be confident. Keep the finances going, because it does come in. It does come in, and there's going to be financial rewards and successes in August. Okay, which is really good. Things that you've had on the boil, projects that you've wanted to do, they're going to come to fruition. They're going to come, and so you're going to get this positive feedback. You're going to get this positive feedback. In September, you've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups always brings, it's about love, it's about relationships. It's about a relationship that is there, established, and that you're wanting to build on. You build a relationship, take it to the next level. So there's a marriage, or there's an engagement, or you move in together. It takes that relationship to the next level, so it flourishes. If you're in a relationship, it's about reassessing the relationship so that you're both getting something out of it. You're still, nurturing each other. You're still building on it, and build that to the next level. Okay, it's a real reassessing of an emotional situation or relationship. Okay, if you are single, it's an opportunity to get out there and mingle. The emotions are there. There's opportunities for relationships, so it's important that you get out there, you mix, you mingle, you socialize. So it's a good time to do that. It's about emotions in September. In October, all this, you've been doing a lot of reviewing. You've been doing a lot of things that have come up from the past. You've been, it's that sort of energy that's around. And of course, other things are going to happen, but this is the primary energy that's around in these months, and that's an ending of that. You've done well with that. You've finished that. You've cleansed it. You've moved things on that you've needed to move on. You've reviewed things that you've needed to review, so it works for everybody. And it's now time to move on. So by October, you're going to feel like, oh well, that's there's completions. It's completions, and it's time to move on. And let's move all that on. You're going to start feeling relieved. You're going to start feeling better. You're going to feel lighter because of it, because the Ten of Swords is a completion. It's a completion of a cycle. So it's this completion of a cycle. It's been a year of reviewing where you're at and what you're doing, okay, and what you're happy with. And the more you review, the more you move out, the more goodness comes in. Okay, and that's how it works. The more you do, the more you review, the more you're going to be able to bring in. In November, I feel like some of you are going to be planning a holiday, a trip over water, to start new beginnings. It's like after this card in October, where there's completions, I feel like this one is, let's travel through, let's have new beginnings, let's have a new start, let's have a fresh start. So if it's in a relationship, it might be that the relationship's having a fresh start. If the relationship isn't working, it's that you've moved on to have a fresh start. If you're found someone to start a relationship with, it's a new start, it's a fresh start. But I also feel like you're planning a getaway, a trip away, a holiday. For some of you, it's a complete change of job, where you're bringing with you the skills and the knowledge that you've had. They're telling me that. So that's telling me that you're moving into a line of work that is of the same line of work, but a different environment, a different work environment, which is really, really good. So you're taking all of that skill and knowledge as well. Okay. New projects, you're taking your experiences with you. Okay, if it's a relationship that you're moving away from or building, you're building on it from what you've learnt in the past. Okay, which is always good. So it can also be, when you're reviewing things, it's a spiritual journey as well. For some of you, where there's the lantern, the light is being shone, and you're moving forward. You've done your work and you're moving forward, okay, to allow good things and new things come into your life. By December, it's celebration time, okay? So you're feeling really good in December. You're feeling really pleased with yourself in December. You have achieved a lot. You've changed a lot. You've brought in a lot of newness. And so it's a time for celebration. It's a time for family, friends, socializing, having a great great time bringing in newness, bringing in emotional newness, new partnerships, business, friendships, romantic partners, and really feeling blessed. So you're really feeling blessed by December, which is really lovely. So it's, you know, let's move on, let's enjoy that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a card from the Angels of Abundance by Doreen Virtue to give you an overview of what your year summarizes, your year sums up your year. And you know, you've got do the work, so you've got work to do in 2018. It's a busy sort of time spiritually and intellectually to do work. Okay, so it says it's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you have been divinely guided to take. Consistently work on your priorities and will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Okay, so that really sums up your year. You know, you are going to be divinely guided with what's coming in. And so if you choose to do that work, there's always free will. And if you choose to do that work and move it on, you're going to be nourishing yourself, nourishing the flowers in your garden, nourishing your life, bringing in good things in your life, giving you that space. Okay, I'm going to draw another overview card as well, a spiritual one. See what spiritual journey you're on. Okay. All right, so you've got the miser, and to me the miser is not, don't hold on to things that are no longer relevant to you in your life, that don't validate you, that can become toxic, can, you know, things that you don't need. So it's about cleaning out. It's when you think of a miser is holding on to everything, will give away nothing. And what this is asking you to do is review things that no longer serve you, things that you no longer need, release them. So that's physical things as well. Do a clean out, you know, get rid of clutter, because when you get rid of clutter, it allows energy to flow, but also clear your mind, clear your soul, clear your spiritual being, and that allows new things to come into your life, new experiences, new people, new loves, new everything. So, you know, rather than holding on to the old, you release it. And this is what 2018 is asking you to do. It's a year in review, to release what is no longer relevant, to allow, you know, by the end of the year, all these wonderful new things are going to start coming in, which is fabulous. But, you know, you're going to enjoy the journey anyway, because there's a lot of good things coming. You know, there's a lot of good things there, new ideas and inspirations and strength and, you know, plans. So there's all of that as well. So I hope that that's been beneficial for you. I hope you enjoyed that. If you would like a personal yearly reading, then please book in via my webpage for December and January. Those 2 months is when I'm offering that special. Thank you.